What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're here today with your favorite car, the 85 GMC 1500, the car that you love more than the dang Porsche that was almost $8,000. We got Weird Beard from YouTube. You guys know Weird Beard. If you don't, go check him out. Weird Beard on YouTube. I'll have a link in the description. He's here to help today because we are going to, you see this mess. It looks like spaghetti under the hood here. I mean, it's disgusting. I hate this. All these vacuum lines, half of them are rotted. The carburetor actually gave out today completely. It's pouring fuel out of the side somewhere. I don't know where, but it won't run. Like, it actually died right here where it's sitting. I can't get it to fire back up. So we got, this is not a regular carburetor from Edelbrock. This is actually one designed for this application. It is a 1403. It's like a 500 CFM. So this is a pretty small carburetor designed for the V6. And then I've also got the Edelbrock, what was this, a 2111? Yeah, it's a Edelbrock 2111 intake manifold with that carburetor. The pair came from Jegs, and it was expensive. It was about 700 bucks for those. But you get rid of all this emissions crap, you get rid of your EGR valve, all of these hoses, the air pump, all of this stuff. You get rid of all this, you gain 20 horsepower, 20 foot-pounds of torque, and this engine desperately needs it. So Mike over here is going to be doing the majority of the recording on this. So if you guys want to see the actual work in progress, what we're doing, go over to his channel and watch. I'm only going to show just a few things here and there, and I'm going to let him get the majority of the content out of it since he came all the way up here to help out. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, guys, if you can excuse this flickering LED light over here and take a look down here. Mike got in here with a drill and a wire brush attached to it and just cleaned the living heck out of this. I forgot what these are called. The heads. These are the heads, okay? Yeah, he cleaned the heck out of the heads, so the water jackets are all clean. The intake runners are all clean. Well, not the runners, but the intake, everything's clean. Let's just leave it at that, okay? It's been a long day. I'm done. We got all this crap right here that came out of it. This is all the extra check valves and vacuum and extra hoses and lines, and this is not even a third of what we still have to take off of the car. I'm also going to pull the smog pump off. Take a look at how beautiful this new setup is and how small this intake is. This intake is light, man, like light as a feather. All right, very, very light intake manifold. And then you come over here and we've got this old distributor that I probably should have just replaced it, but with the new intake on, it'll be much easier to access that. Here is this old, look at this sucker, man. I mean, wow. This thing is massive. It's absolutely ridiculous. It looks disgusting, and it has to weigh about 50 pounds. There's a couple things we're going to have to take off. One is this this heater hose port right here. We'll have to screw that into the new intake. We're going to need this, and I've got to get some new vacuum line for it. This is where the transmission modulator plugs into, so we definitely got to keep that. We've got to keep this. Look at all these. These are the temperature of the coolant actually opens and closes a valve in here to allow vacuum to flow from one side to the other. And look at this, we got another one over here. This is ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to get all this stuff put onto the new intake, get the new intake on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this thing's going to run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, she's getting there. Getting the new gaskets on. We got Tim here now. What's up, Tim? It's been a while. He just got back from Kansas. And here's now the pile of stuff that we've removed from this car, and there's still more to remove. Look at all this. I mean, just all this crap, man. Just piping, hose, unnecessary weight. Look at this. We're getting there. We just got back from AutoZone. We got a whole bunch of parts to get on here. Let this stuff set up a little bit and get ready to drop the intake on. We're getting there, man. It's got a beautiful new intake manifold. We think the distributor's in right, or close enough that it can be adjusted anyway, and it'll run all right. Yeah, it's almost time to put that shiny new carburetor on there. And we did find that the bracket for the throttle is not going to work on this. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. May have to order something or rig something up until the part comes in. But it looks like everything else is going together nicely. And we should be able to get this carburetor on here. We got that shiny new radiator in here. We got the new lower hose. We got tons of new parts, man. We got 10 feet of heater hose. We've got PCV hose, fuel line. We got 10 feet of vacuum line. We got smaller vacuum. Like, we went all out, man. We bought all kinds of stuff just to make sure we wouldn't have to turn around and do this again. We got this, like I said, 10 feet of heater hose right here. We're going to replace all the hoses. So much easier than the Porsche, guys. So much easier. There's just a lower hose, an upper hose, and 2 heater hoses. That's all there is to it. We got this shiny new, I went with black because the engine is disgusting and dirty and black anyway. So I think the black will blend in quite nicely. Help cover up the beautiful intake manifold. Honestly, that air cleaner may not even fit because of that HEI distributor. I'm wondering if it'll run into it.
I don't know, because I mean, we'll be up here.
Okay. Yeah, it might clear it then. May clear it then. We'll find out. All right, so it is almost moment of truth time. We have not attempted to fire this up yet, and I want to show you. Here is the fuel filter bolt, or the fuel filter bolt. The fuel filter, there ain't nothing in it. Dry as a bone. Carburetor's dry as a bone. We've got a little bottle of gasoline right here. We're going to dump this in, try to prime it up a little bit. This is all very rough. The timing is going to be off, of course, and the carburetor's probably not adjusted properly. The goal right now is just try to get it running. As you can see, we got coolant hoses that are not on yet. The upper hose is still missing. The heater core hose is missing. We got a couple, we got a thermostat we need to install up here, a couple plugs down there. There's still quite a bit to do. We just want to get it fired up so that we know that it runs. There's an adapter that we're going to have to get for the throttle, for the linkage over there. We got to run a PCV hose over. There's more to do. We just want to get it running because it is like 2 o'clock in the morning and we're just tired. So we just want to get it running and we'll call it a night. We'll come back and finish this in the morning. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. You're already getting fuel. Okay. Alright, hang on. Whoa. Too fast. Try that. Hang on. Oh, damn. I unplugged my mic. Okay. Alright, hang on. Timing's off and I can't turn it anymore because the stupid pipe's in the way. Yeah. Nope.
So we're back here with the truck again, and it's been several days since the first portion of this video was recorded, and we're just having a heck of a time. The distributor is not right. I've pulled it and plugged it and pulled it and stabbed it and pulled it and stabbed it about 1,000 times, and we're just not having any luck. We're to the point now that it doesn't run at all. So now the distributor is definitely way off. So we were going to just come over here and take off the valve cover, make sure that this was at top dead center, make sure that the intake valves on number 1, which are intake and exhaust valves on number 1, which is right here, are both loose and the valves are closed. And then it's as simple as turning the distributor and replugging it, probably the oil pump drive gear as well, since obviously it is now out of whack. The problem is to get this valve cover off, it is underneath the air conditioning. So that's a problem, because that means we've got to undo everything we've already put back on here, the brackets and everything. The compressor's got to come off, it looks like. And this is not what I want to do. So we're going to try to figure this out today. I may just go ahead and get the crank put at top dead center, double check this distributor. I'll take number 1 spark plug out, put my finger over it, and hopefully when we feel air pushing out of it, you know, as it stops pushing that air out, that should be at top dead center. So we'll do it that way, double check with top dead center over here on the timing marks, and if everything works out, we can just take the distributor out, stick it back in the right way, and it'll run. So let's do that now, and let's see if we can make this sucker run, because I need this truck working for that property. I have a whole lot of appliances and stuff I need to get loaded up and moved, and I have no truck to do it with. Well, that only took a few hours, and we're still not done. That distributor just kept playing me and playing me and playing me. And Tim, thank you for climbing under there and turning that crank so many times.
Yeah, well.
It was not fun. It was not an enjoyable experience.
Got a workout.
But what we've got is we've got all the vacuum lines run. We've got the electric choke hooked up over here. The timing is temporarily set. I've got it at factory specs of 0 degrees before top dead center. I'll probably have to fiddle around with the timing a little bit more, and we'll see how it goes. Air conditioning is working. Let's fire it up real quick. And look, the Corvette is gone. The Corvette that sits in the street, it's been sitting there for like 2 weeks and hasn't moved. It's gone. No, we didn't sell it. I rented it out on Toro. Figured it might as well be making me money and getting me a nice little tax deduction. Here we go. Look at that. I mean, barely crank the key and it fires right up. We still got to replace the sending unit. I'll probably do that in another video. I think this one's about done because I'm wore out. But look at her. She's running like a top. Runs well, nice and quiet. It'd have been nice if we had found that rest of that push rod under the intake when we replaced it. What was that? I heard something fall. Sounded like it hit the ground. Well, there she is, guys. It's not perfect yet. There's only one piece. There's one thing that's preventing me from just calling this a wrap and being done. AC is still blowing ice cold as well. And thanks to putting all new vacuum lines under here, the AC actually blows out of the vents like it's supposed to. Good pressure on the cooling system. The throttle, however, this throttle bracket, we've tried cutting it with a grinder, and this bracket is not working. We can't get this to line up with anything. So I guess I'm gonna go to AutoZone and see if I can source some kind of a aftermarket solution for this carburetor. And thankfully I don't have a kickdown cable or anything. All I need is a bracket for the linkage that'll mount up to this Edelbrock 2111 manifold and this, what is it, a 1403 carburetor? Yeah, 1403 carburetor, 2111 manifold. I'm gonna get out of here. We can come back in another video and make sure everything's good to go, nice and safe. We got the timing light here, as you can see. Still got to lock down the distributor. We got to find that bracket. And after that, I got some return springs here. One bracket, and this thing is ready to start working. You know, ready to start getting parts down to the new house and everything. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Say a little prayer. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. I still got to go down to the house, and they're finished with the central heat and air unit. That's what they said. So I got to go down there and make sure I lock the house up and everything. So for the rest of you, stay tuned, or maybe, heck, you may have already seen the video of the house. I don't know what order these are coming out in. I'm making so many videos lately. Time is flying like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it seems like the days and nights are just flying by. If you enjoy the content, please give the video a big thumbs up. I appreciate it. And the best thing you can do to really help support this channel, to help support me, is share the video. Like honest to God, you'd be surprised how much of a difference sharing the video to social media would really make. I mean, take a couple seconds and share the video. It really does help me out a lot if you enjoy the content. If not, obviously, then you don't want to share it. Comment your thoughts down below. I do read them all, even though I don't have a chance to answer all of them anymore. Follow me on Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds. I'm out of here, guys. Stay safe out there. We will catch you all very soon, I promise you, in the next one.